This is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Enjoy your lunch.
My name is Marko Milicevic. I cook, I travel, I eat, and my motto is always ask for more.
Okay. Ask him not to cut any of the fins, just to cut here. And,
you want the fins to... ne morate da skidate peraja, kaže.
Just cut
Samo
the
i
gut out.
creva I to. They actually have pretty good fish. I can buy here when for holidays and stuff. Do you have aubergines that you need to buy?
Oh no, I actually, those are taken care of.
All right, great.
That fish would be a handful. So
Yeah.
that's why I took care of the rest.
Najsalatnije salate da je što napraviti. Niste ovo kupili, ovo nigde nemoj da nađete. Zablokirao pa ne samo mislite. Dok ne probate kod mene ove divne proizvode zvane domaći seljaki. Volite. Brokoli domaći seljaki.
Are we done? Yes. Let's go out then.
Najsalatnije salate.
Oh, you're waiting for change. Sorry, I didn't see that. Let's go out. Doviđenja. So good morning everybody. Another sunny day in Belgrade. A bit chilly, crisp. Today we're gonna do something different than you're used to. We're not going to a restaurant. Professor here and we're gonna cook you something interesting. Would you care to tell us what?
Well, so we just got a sharan, the Serbian carp, and so my family, they're from Bangladesh, so we have a lot of rivers. So there are like Ganges carps. They look sort of like sharan, but they're pretty different. So there are a lot of
close enough.
yeah, but they have like
Okay.
some traditional recipes for those Ganges carps. I thought like try those Ganges carp recipe on the sharan and see how it turns out.
So we're looking forward for Sunday fish.
Yeah, Sunday. So fish will be the main thing, but we are also having khichdi, which is a rice and lentil dish, and some chicken curry and some eggplant curry, and yeah, they'll do it.
So we're having a handful of food today, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Let's get to cooking then.
1 hour later.
So the fish, the dish we are going to try to cook today is called kalia. So it's yeah, the recipe is for a Ganges carp called katla. The scientific name is katla. That makes it easy.
Katla.
Yeah, like C-A-T-L-A. Usually add some flour, just gives you some grip. I did wash it with the flour a little bit before bringing it here. So for today I'm gonna just use this part. This part I will not be using as much.
So basically just the stomach.
That's the stomach. Yeah, because it has more like linear bones, so it's easier for people to take them out.
It's clean too.
Yeah. My favorite part of the fish is the tail. It has the fattiest, most tender. It has bones too, but once you know how to like navigate it, I like to have. So in Bengali culture, when a newlywed like groom comes to the house, the mother-in-law would always give them a big piece of the belly and the tail and the head. So they make a head like lentil stew with carved head. Yeah. So I wait for a whole fish. So when I get a head, I put it in the freezer. So right now I have one head sitting in the freezer.
Already.
So when I
prepared.
have 3 of them, then I'll cook a meal.
Right.
Yeah. So one more to go. I think I would have been much better at it if I would be doing it more often. Because I never cooked before moving. Like when I was living with my family or living in Bangladesh or wherever.
You're not so keen to cook.
Oh, and not ever keen. Like men are not really allowed in the kitchen, culture there. So yeah, even I didn't even see what my mom was cooking because I was always standing at the door. Now, I love to, but my dad wouldn't be too happy if he would see me
Being in the
sniffing around in the kitchen. Yeah, so that is the very that's the culture. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I'm sure it varies from household to household, but that was the reality of my household. And also I think my dad was just was too anxious about what's gonna happen to me. I think that tension, because he like wanted to make sure that his son is a guy dude. Like, because all the symptoms or signs were giving him like alarm signals. So I think he was being extra cautious. Like, don't sing, don't play the keyboard.
Don't go into the kitchen.
Don't in the kitchen. I think they'll turn into a sissy. Don't do that. Yeah. So I don't think it's general, but that was reality of my household. I think this is the like shape I'm looking for, but as it keeps getting bigger, then I won't be using them anymore.
That's chocolate.
So,
Right.
So that is mustard oil.
Mustard oil,
That
and it is cold pressed.
Cold pressed mustard oil.
Yes.
That you will use for frying.
And the whole fish dish will be cooked in mustard oil. So
correct.
first I'm frying the onions, and then I'll take the onions out, and then I'll fry the fish, and then I will make a sauce using onions and tomatoes, and fry coriander, cumin, turmeric, and red chili powder. Like braise them and let the spices release their oil.
Yeah, all the flavoring.
The flavor, and then I will add tomato in it, and yogurt goes in as well. And then I'm gonna make a sauce and braise the fish, and that will be. So I'll just let it sit
On the low heat.
because we want to make it brown.
Oh, it's medium low heat, right?
Medium.
Yeah, medium low.
So a little good massage. They're happy.
Right. Now we're gonna do fish.
5 fish.
Yeah.
2 minutes each side.
2 minutes each side.
Tails first.
Yep. Skin that.
Timer 1, 2.
Should we mix it up?
So one of the things that Bengali cooking we do is we temper the oil before we fry the onions. So we temper it with warm spices.
Okay.
So warm spices, we start with bay leaves, but this is the Indian bay leaves.
The Indian bay leaf.
Bay leaf, as you see, there are in the regular bay leaf. There's one.
Yeah, one in the middle. This
And
one.
then they branch out, but here there are 3. So it's called I think cassia tree. These are cassia tree leaves, and there are.
Smells a bit different than the regular
it's
one.
Milder than
Has a
the regular
fruity flavor and smell actually.
And this is the bark of the cassia tree, which is the Indian cinnamon.
So you,
So this is more ideal for savory cooking because it's not as sweet smelling.
Yeah, this one really smells like
More like a
really
wood.
Yeah.
So
So which one are you using? You're
so
gonna use
no,
bark
we are
or
using both the bark
bark and
the leaf and cardamom
cardamom. Okay.
and
Green cardamom.
oops, sorry, and clove. So these are the things we're gonna temper, and red chili.
Yeah, this one from Bhutan.
Bhutan. Usually I use the Bangladeshi one, the smaller ones.
They smell sweet.
Yeah.
Smoky but sweet as well.
I'm using this one instead of the Bangladeshi one because it'll keep it less spicy.
Okay.
So then we're gonna add the onions, more chopped onions.
We're using Greek yogurt as well.
Yes, that comes later. But
And
we'll start
tomatoes.
with yes. After we have fried the onions and added coriander powder,
Okay.
cumin powder,
Chili.
red chili powder, and turmeric powder, and a little bit of paprika for color.
Okay.
After that, we are gonna add tomatoes. So this the water released from the tomato will stop the things from burning, and then we'll cover it, let the tomatoes soften,
So you're gonna start cooking it
and become a one paste.
Right.
And then we'll stir in the yogurt.
Yogurt. Okay. Great. Let's go for it.
This oil has all the flavors of the fish.
Yeah, of
so
course.
We're gonna continue cooking in this oil.
Sure. We don't
But
want to lose
we
that
don't
flavor.
have enough oil here, and instead of adding more mustard oil, we're adding some ghee. I make my own ghee. I just buy butter, not the butter blocks that is for cake. You have to have like real butter from milk, and just heat them up and make butter. Sorry, make ghee. So this one is a more lighter version of the ghee. If I would have heated it for a longer period, it would become more nutty and browny. But I'm using this one for cooking, so I make it lighter so that the milk burn do not change the color.
Yeah, that's okay.
Breaking 2 bay leaves.
Bach and chili.
And the chili, and it's a lifesaver.
So what did you add just now?
Cloves. I added some cloves from Spice Up.
Okay.
Some
And
cardamom.
cardamom. Okay.
So once you see it starts foaming, you know that the spices are releasing the oil. Can you smell them?
Yeah, it really smells amazing, releasing all the flavors. And it smells great.
There was a time I would do like 1 cup. Now I just do eyeball, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I never cook by the measurements exactly.
I guess I should.
By the feeling.
Yeah.
But it's the most important thing that you do when you cook is to taste.
Yeah.
You cook by taste.
I've added the warm spices. Now I'm gonna do the sharp spices,
Yeah.
which are coriander, cumin,
Ground coriander.
ground coriander, ground cumin, and red chili, turmeric, and paprika.
Okay.
So I always add some little water at the end and make it paste like that. So that when it touches the oil, it doesn't burn immediately. So I'm gonna go mild on the thing, but for color, I'll add some more paprika and coriander powder, because we're not cooking too many. You can go. So Bengali cooking, it depends a lot on fresh ingredients and is lower on spice compared to many other dishes that are known as Indian dishes. Not too spicy because we want the taste of the ingredient to come through. So yep, I'm gonna add some water to it.
Just a bit.
Just
taste
a big,
out of it.
Yeah, just to make a little paste out of it.
So we have red onion paste there.
Yeah, we have this. That's why I did not since I had the red onion paste done,
You didn't want to cut the red onions,
a
yeah,
little
right?
bit too sweet.
Yeah.
So that's why I use white onion for this one. I usually do a mix of white and red for Serbian onions. I think it's balanced as well. These onions have such water content. It's amazing that when I blend them, I don't have to add.
Thinking about that is really like a watery.
Yeah, and I don't have to add any extra water. It just
blends in its own flavor and juices.
yeah.
So after the onions,
I'm gonna add ginger,
with the ginger paste,
and then I'm gonna add the sharp spices.
sharp spices, and then tomato.
Yes.
It smells great.
So I have not added any salt yet.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The reason I do not want to add any salt now because salt prompts them to release water, and then it'll start boiling instead of frying. So I want their natural consistency
Before
to be
adding
intact while they're being fried. Because as soon as I would add salt, it'll release water and start boiling, and I don't want them to boil.
True story.
Oh,
Ginger paste.
so given this much fish, I think 1 teaspoon of ginger would be good.
What do you think? How much of the fish is there? There is over a kilo.
The head is most of the weight. I
Yeah.
mean, it is, I think, just a kilo.
This is a kilo. Yeah, you
So-
put the whole fish in there, and the fish was like 2 kilograms, 70 something, 700 something. So the ginger paste went in. You're going with a sharp spices paste, you made? Wow, now it smells even better.
But I have to wait for the raw smell of the ginger to go.
To go away.
So it's very important to do phase by phase and be patient. And though it looks like not enough sauce here, but once I braise them and then add water, they'll become a bigger sauce base.
Also tomato has its own water.
Tomato,
juice,
yeah. Some people like to add sugar at this point because the sugar caramelizes and adds the red color. But you can also add that.
But it will be a bit too sweet now, doesn't it?
No, it has a good balance. Adding sugar complements the spiciness of it, and it's up to individual taste. Some people like to add sugar, some people don't.
We're going without sugar, right?
If you want to.
No, I'm asking you how you cook it. Are you going without?
I was thinking of a little bit sugar, yeah. But in West Bengal, they use more sugar.
More sugar.
Than Bangladesh. The recipes from the West Bengal, team, so I thought I would stick true to their.
We'll see. I haven't been to Bangladesh yet. We'll check it out.
It has a great food scene.
So it should be one of my next stops then.
Yeah, it is a very hospitable people. And the idea of Bengali hospitality is that if they've met you, the first thing they'll do is invite you to their home. And that's how people build trust there. So it's like...
So basically that's what happened here, because to us, we didn't know each other.
The first day just come to my house.
2 hours ago, we met 2 hours ago at Kalanic Market, and I'm here, we're cooking.
And that's the culture there, how do you know a person? How do you talk? Not you don't get to know a person sitting in a cafe.
Yeah, of
because
course.
everybody's have their best foot forward. But only when somebody is.
I love the Anthony Bourdain is one of my heroes, and
same here.
The person I'm into this actually. He's responsible for me cooking and filming and everything. And he said that the best way to meet someone is through food, when you share a meal with him.
Yeah.
That's the best way to meet someone's culture and to meet a person.
Such a fantastic writer. His vocab. So now I'm gonna put in the spices.
we're getting that lovely color right now.
I'm adding just a splash more water to get all the
spices. I mean, water is going to evaporate eventually.
yeah, because we are like because it was mostly waterless before.
Yeah. Without water, it would burn.
Yeah, but now if I have to add the tomatoes real quick before the spices are burning.
Let me mix it before.
Great job.
So there we go.
The color's changing already.
Some tomatoes goes in. Heat up. And now all the mussels.
Yeah. So I'll cover it for a while for the tomatoes to soften. I added more tomatoes than in the recipe.
You reckon?
Intentionally, because tomato does a great job of masking extra fishy flavor.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. And unfortunately, I do not have a right size of lid for this.
So we're gonna do a lot of. Oh yeah, of course. It's always. But when it's about cooking, you always have to find a way.
Pizza trays.
Pizza tray.
For some reason, like this pizza tray
Works like charm.
fits like a glove. So the tomatoes are softening.
So how long was it? Like 5 minutes maybe?
5 minutes.
Or maybe a bit more.
Depending on the
heat.
or the moisture content of the tomato. You know, it's nothing will happen if you take it up early. You can always put it back.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But you just want them to become soft and mushy, so put them back in. It is not.
I love the look of that chili over there. It looks great.
Yeah, just lying there, like totally like a misfit.
Totally
lying among
chill.
others.
Yeah,
like
totally
chilling by
chill.
the beach, like.
Totally
Hey,
chill.
what's up? Yeah.
What's up, dude?
So a little bit more.
So you add mixed sugar and salt.
Yes.
There.
So tomato, I think it's just about right. Now I'm adding some salt and sugar to release the rest of the water and get some color. The sugar will help the gravy to get some caramelization and some redder color. And wait for a little bit.
This is what we're looking for.
Yeah, so, and now it's on high heat. I'm going to cranking up the heat a little bit more because I'm going to add yogurt to it.
Right. So we have to be quick now.
It's whistling.
Yep. All the oil is out. It's whistling.
You can just stir.
It's hard. It's hard.
It gets the job done.
This way. We found a different way to do it.
So every time I just open this packet. Oh.
So, after the yogurt, we're adding raisins.
Just a little bit.
Right, like 10 grams, 20 grams of raisins.
Evenly distributed. Because you don't want it to be too raisiny.
Yeah,
it is just for little
sweet.
drama, little crunch.
Yeah.
Not crunch, but little
Little chewy.
Yeah, stuff. So right now, actually, we have all the spices are in. We just now have to fry it, and then I will add hot water and slide in the fish.
Great. So after we add the fish in, how long are you gonna cook?
Just braise it,
Alright.
like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah. Bengali cooking does not have to be complex. We have very layered recipes like these.
Yeah, this is nothing complicated. It just takes time.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, not that much of a time either. I mean, we met like 3 hours ago at the market, so it took us like 2 hours to finish all the cooking.
Yeah, and also we were taking time to talk.
Yeah, having coffee and
my mom
being lazy.
Yeah, my mom would cook the whole meal like in 2 hours, and
Yeah, but it's more a social event than cooking. We have our friends over there waiting. There they are, talking about stuff, walking through the house, waiting for food. Less they know, we ordered a pizza. So the water is boiling.
And now we're gonna add the water, and after I'm adding the water, I taste the salt. We did use some salt for frying the fish.
Oh yeah. He's told he's not sure, are we going to finish this on time?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. He doesn't trust, I don't know why he doesn't trust us.
I trust that it will be done.
Not sure how
When.
and when. Soon.
Soon.
Sliding the fish in. So what did you say, like 20 minutes?
Yeah. Fishes have started to braise, so now I'm gonna add the onions I had fried earlier. Because the onions I added at the beginning of this braising process have become paste and have blended into the sauce, so it doesn't have the texture. So that's why I add these onions at the end when the cooking is almost at its last stage, so that the onions can blend in with the gravy and give it some more texture.
It's basically to thicken up the sauce.
Yes, thicken up the sauce, and also it will be just not one note like
Yeah,
soup. It'll
Yeah.
have some onions in it as well.
It looks amazing and smells amazing as well.
A few moments later.
This is my take on a regular weekend Bengali lunch, which is usually on a Friday or a Saturday. So we are having khichdi, which is a rice and lentil dish. We have 3 kinds of lentil in it, like the red lentil, the mung lentil, and the Bengal gram peas. And this is a chicken and potato curry. And this is the Sharon fish.
The one we were cooking.
Yeah, the one we were cooking. And this is an eggplant dish with Bengali pickle spices, with 5 Bengali spices, the 5 spice mix. And this is mustard and coconut steamed shrimp. And this is a mashed potato. It's the most like basic staple Bengali food potato side dish. That's it.
So guys, enjoy your lunch.
Bengalis, we eat with your hand. Not only that, it is we have taken it to a level of art, because we think like skin is the largest organ in our body, so it is part of the experience. You touch the food, you have the texture, and we mix the condiments with the rice in a way. So when they mix, there is some kind of synergy that you cannot really achieve when you're using it. Also, as I said, that it should not like soil your palm beyond this mark.
There's a line you shouldn't cross.
There's line you shouldn't cross. And once you made it, you just bring it near your mouth and then use this thumb to push it in gently. So,
Not really Bengali, aren't you?
because our food is not to be consumed too hot. We have our food like lukewarm, so it kind of makes sense that we lukewarm to cold, so we can eat with our hands without burning them. Yeah, so that was a little tutorial.
So what are we having for dessert?
So this we call it mishti doi. Mishti means sweet, sladko, and doi is yogurt. So people have that for breakfast. We have it with flattened rice. We call them chira. So we soak that rice and have that with the doi, or we would have this as a dessert. It's quite versatile, and so the process is that we make the milk sweeter, like add a lot of sugar. So then we use little yogurt as a culture, like to start with. So and then we feed the bacteria in that yogurt, like the sweet milk. So they eat up the sugar and form their own new colony of happy yogurt bacteria. So it's one of my favorites, and hope you enjoy.
All right, just go for it.
And this is the traditional clay pot that they are served in.
Well, it's creamy. It's not like Gisela Micro. It's a bit different.
Well, this one didn't set well, actually. Usually it sets, right? This one didn't set.
So you wanted to say that you failed?
Yeah, I failed. I actually failed. Still no.
This one is
no.
better.
Still it didn't really set.
Take
Usually
some time, more time.
So you shouldn't be creamy like this, right?
yeah, it should be solid.
Solid.
Like a pudding.
Okay.
But
It's still tasty, yeah.
we can taste it and see how it tastes. Yeah, this was a little bit of a fail. I don't know what went wrong.
Thank you.
No.
So good. Has a caramel flavor to it.
It didn't settle down for some reason. It never happens.
It's a bit soury. It has that caramel flavor. And it's nice and creamy. I actually like it this way. I don't know how.
Yeah.
More moments later.
So yeah, we had a lot of fun today. We cooked and we had an amazing food. Really amazing. I mean, I really mean it. And I forgot to film the exit point and the end of the video. We had so much fun. Todd Chattel, thank you very much for inviting me to your house and having me spending time with you today, cooking and eating. It was lovely. You are just amazing and lovely people. And this is it for today. I really hope I'm gonna carry on doing this type of episodes more, because this is something that really makes me happy, and it's really fun. So once again, Todd Chattel, thank you very much. The rest of you, thank you for being here, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like, share, and all those cool stuff. We are going to do a lot of fun things together. This is just the beginning of this channel. Thank you very much again, and see you soon.